Okay, that's unmuted. That's the camera on. Hey, y'all. Hey. Put a little light on the situation. How about that? All right, what we got in here? About to start nesting for winter. It's nice when you don't have to go outside sometimes, huh? So we got Bob's Red Meal, organic stone ground dark rye flour. About to get a sourdough starter started. This is going to be a no discard starter, so I'm not going to make a lot. I'm going to use a tablespoon of flour to my clean jar, tablespoon of spring water, mix. It's all mixed up, so I'm going to wipe the spatula on the sides because I be seeing a lot of sourdough videos where they be having them just on the sides, and they get a whole nother sourdough started. So you want to cover this loosely so it can breathe. Leave it in a warm spot. Tomorrow I'm going to double it up. I'm going to add another tablespoon of flour, another tablespoon of water. Each day you double it up until it starts doubling itself. When it starts rising up, I'm going to put a rubber band on here. When it starts rising, that's when you know it's time to use your sourdough starter. So we got our sourdough starter started. Quick, simple, easy. Next, alfalfa sprouts. I absolutely love alfalfa sprouts, and it's not hard to make them. You soak the seeds for 6 to 8 hours. These seeds have been soaking 6 hours. I'm going to take my handy dandy strainer lid, my handy dandy ring, cup it, cap it, I mean. Pour the water out and shake them around the jar. You want to distribute them around the jar so they're not all folded up on each other. Cuts down your chances of mold. See how they just all around the jar? I put this water in my plants. I try not to waste water since I started gardening, and I know how hard it is for some gardeners to get water to their areas. So I'm going to put that in my house plants. Then you just invert it. They want you to turn it upside down so any extra water can drain. I'm going to cover this with a kitchen towel. I forgot to bring it in here, y'all, but it likes to be dark. So I'm going to cover this with a kitchen towel when I put it on my kitchen counter. It's warm in there, and I'm going to keep it dark. That's also where I'm going to put the sourdough in the kitchen so it stays warm. You really want to keep your sourdough starter warm. It gets way more active when you keep it warm. Last thing, amaranth. I I grew my own amaranth. I harvested the seeds. So this is homemade all day. I got my coconut coir soaked. It's better to use coconut coir when you're in the house. It cuts down on the bugs, period. Little fungus gnats and stuff. But I take my dried coconut coir, I rehydrate it in very, very warm water, and then I let the water drain out because amaranth does not like to be wet, wet. And I am doing amaranth microgreens. I changed all my seasonings over from the plastic to the glass jar. So I had a couple left. So I started putting my harvested seeds in them that I know I'm going to use for microgreens and sprouts. So you just want to liberally, now this is all the way cooled down and drained out. So you just want to go ahead and sprinkle liberally. When they get tall, they use each other for support. So you do want to have your seeds kind of close together. Go on top of that with a little water. Now, I don't cover my microgreens anymore. When I'm growing, I used to cover with soil or coconut coir, but it is so hard to get it off the plant material once it starts growing. So I don't do that anymore. I just wet it a little bit. I'm going to come back daily with a little squirt bottle and squirt on top of here so it doesn't disturb the seeds. When I just poured that on there, it disturbed the seeds. So I'm going to get my squirt bottle. I thought I had everything prepared for my setup, y'all, but clearly I don't. That's all right. First time going live doing something in a minute, so I'm gonna have it together, y'all. But like I said, I'm nesting. I'm getting the home prepared for winter. Those are my amaranth microgreens started. Here are my alfalfa sprouts started. And we have a sourdough starter started. All right. Thank y'all for joining me. Y'all have a beautiful day. And I will be back later with Ginger. We working with Ginger later. All right. Bye.